Hey everybody, and welcome to our Big Brother 18 live feed spoiler show special edition. Why is it special? I'll tell you in 1 second. You know what I'm going to tell you right now? If you guys are watching this back on YouTube, you can click on these buttons, thumbs up and subscribe, iTunes 5-star rating, and a nice review. If you guys want to watch these shows back, you don't need to pay to do it on you now. They're on our website over at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB18spoilers. If you want to see any of our shows with past house guests without spoilers, they're at BB18. At BB18 feed updates on Twitter, 24/7 live feed updates, and flashbacks are at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB18 flashbacks. Yes, the last 3 things to tell you is get the feeds from us at yourrealityrecaps.com/feeds, yourrealityrecaps.com/patron if you want weekly shows just for patrons, access to the patron-only Facebook group, prize giveaways each week, your questions asked to reality stars, and lastly, oh yes, you can do one-time thing at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. What I'm begging you all really to do this month is check out yourrealityrecaps.com/Amazon video. It's a 2-minute video you guys can watch, 1 more minute to sign up for some free trials. It'll let us keep covering Big Brother 19, the online edition, keep us going for the rest of the year. You all hate our technical difficulties. Do some of these for us. It will help us. We're 1/4 of the way there. We need 1,000 trials. We're officially at 250. Yay! Only 2 more weeks left. So please, please check that out. But shut up. Enough about that. I want to get to who you are all most excited about, and so am I. Our aluminium queen. It's Glammy. What?
Hi, guys.
You're not going to say hi? No. Okay, hold on 1 second.
Hey, say hi.
Yeah, no, you're going to hold on 1 second. Okay, ready? We're going to try again. It's our aluminium queen. It's Glammy.
With her bottle of Stolly.
Okay, that's better.
Hi, guys.
I at least accept that.
This is my Ab Fab tribute. So I've been drinking it all week. And this is the bottle we got yesterday. But I swear to God, my husband drank most of this.
Your husband?
Honestly, he thought he recorded shows last night when he was in his den, and then woke up this morning and said, "Why did my shows not record?" Because he pressed, "Yes, I'd like to record," and then it said he went to check them, and it said, "Do you want to delete the recording?" And he pressed delete. He was that drunk. So then he had the nerve to blame me.
Fun times at the Glam's house.
Yes.
I like the new curtain that you have gotten since the last summer. Clearly you have a nice brown sheer behind you now.
It's black.
Well, black, brown, my color is off. I like it, though. I'm liking the mood. You're very glowy. Are you pregnant?
No. No, I've just actually got fake tan on.
You look very glowy.
Glowy.
Glowy, like you have a glow about you. Like
It's called vodka.
Okay.
Seriously, I got fake tan on. I am the whitest person in Florida. I never go out in the sun. I hate the sun. I hate the heat. So I use, like, fake tan.
I should try that, fake tan. I got, like, fever sweat glaze.
Yeah, we know. It's called being up to 2 o'clock in the morning talking on this thing.
I need to stop. That's, like, how long until Tuesday? She actually looks beautiful, and I love her so much, says Meg in the chat room. Glammy.
Thank you.
Abby Love says, I love Glammy, and I miss her.
Oh.
And you know what?
I can't see the chat room, so unless I put my iPad on, but...
Well, you're going to trust me, and I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell you what the chat room's saying. So, Glammy, do you know why they miss you and they love you?
Why? Because I'm a raging drunk and... shout at you?
No, because you keep it real during Big Brother season. And Glammy, we want to know on this special edition, Glammy edition, what you are thinking of this season of Big Brother. So, no, I'm not just gonna be a horrible interviewer and go, what do you think of? No. I got questions for you, Glammy. Let's start with returning players, Frank, James, Nicole, Devon. What are your thoughts on the returning players? Let's start with Frank. Love him or hate him?
Liked him at the beginning, then hated his guts.
liked him and then hated his guts? You didn't come back around at the end when he linked up with Tiffany?
No.
Really?
I didn't actually watch that far. I actually quit watching about 3 weeks into it.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even know Tiffany and Devon had left. I started watching Big Brother again on Thursday when I saw all this stuff on the internet about Polly getting
and all that.
Yes.
Okay.
But I did have opinions about the 4 of them.
Okay, can we play a game next summer? And I really want someone to remind me about this game. We're going to take bets. Like, we do the trash draft now, Glammy, where, like, it's a draft, but, like, all the YR fans can play in. Next summer, or next season, for the online
Which is
edition.
2 weeks, yeah.
A month. Please don't tell me 2 weeks. My head will explode. We're gonna have an addenda. Like, we're gonna have a special bonus category called "How Long Will Glammy Last?" And people get to put how many days they think before Glammy swears off Big Brother of the online edition. It's gonna be an extra. Okay, so you didn't see any of that. Okay, so don't like Frank. I have a feeling he would have won you back towards the end of his stay, because I was on the same roller coaster with you. Not a fan, couldn't stand him, and then he started changing the way he was acting. Okay, what about James?
I hate him. I absolutely fucking hate him. I'm sorry. He sits there talking about, I took Meg all the way to the end, 7th place. How the hell is 7th place to the end? I was like, James, you need a reality check, or checked into rehab for reality stars gone wrong. I mean, he is just... And he's sitting in the pool today, just bouncing around, doing fuck all, as normal, and thinking he's making all these big moves, which he's not. So, it's same old James. And, of course, he's got himself a really cute girl this year. Not saying that Meg wasn't cute, but this one really kind of likes him, I think.
I was going to ask you that. Now, there is a lot of First of all, oh my god, do you know how many people are going to be like, Eric told Glammy to say that about him? No, I didn't. We didn't talk one word about any Big Brother stuff. Okay.
I have not spoken to Eric for, like, since November of last year.
Well, to be fair, since last night. But then...
Yeah, we talked last night, but before that, it was like, oh, I think you checked in with me and said, what the hell's wrong with you? And I'm like, oh, just some Trump trolls attacking me on Twitter.
Well, all right, let me say this. Let me ask you this. We'll get to that stuff. We'll talk about those fun things more towards the end. Fun things. Do you think a lot of people on Twitter I see are saying they think Natalie is using James as strategy?
I don't think so, because she could have had any athlete she wanted. She was an NFL cheerleader for the Jets. She could have hooked up with any of them. Or like a sports agent or whatever. She has a specific type. She wants a guy that takes care of her, you know, is cute and cuddly. She's talks about her dad a lot, that she has this really estranged relationship with her father. So,
but you're talking about, like, out of the house. What about in the house? Do you feel
I really think she likes him.
I do too. I 100% do. I'm floored when, like, Derek was on the show, and you can watch that back on the website if you want to see. But he basically said he feels like Natalie is just using James as strategy, and I don't see that at all.
I don't see that either, but maybe I haven't watched enough. I mean, Derek's Merlin, so, I mean, Derek knows all. Maybe Derek's right. Maybe we're all stupid.
No. Okay, Nicole. Go. Thoughts on Nicole?
I'm not going to go in for a showmance. I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to talk about my previous showmance. So do not mention Hayden's name. Oops. Hayden. Corey. We're not in a showmance. She's, like, we never even sit together. And she's on his lap. And of course, Corey is like, oh my god, Zingbot thought we were in a showmance. How the fuck that work? He was, like, kind of shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have seen video of the feeds where Nicole's sitting in the middle and Corey is on one side and Polly's on the other side, and they're stroking her back and then they hold hands behind her back. And last night they slept in bed together.
100% fact. And you know what else? If you guys want to see that, unless someone knows it, it's on our flashbacks page.
I just can't believe it. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so yes, everybody changes inside the house, but if my husband is snuggling up with you, for example, in the Big Brother house, and me and your husband have got some kind of problem, like, we're like, what the fuck are those two boys doing?
My husband would be like, oh God, take him off my hands, is what my husband would do.
My husband would be, I would be beating my husband's ass. I'm serious. I'd be like,
interesting. So you don't think that it's just playful and like, ooh, we just think we're being cute?
Is that what they've done? I've never been in a frat house before. Is that what frat boys do? Do they like snuggle up with each other and...
I don't know, because let's be real, I've never been in a frat house.
Well, bye.
But it seems like since the days of Caleb and Frankie and Zach, it seems like this is the thing in the Big Brother house now, bromances and guys cuddling.
Maybe it's their age. Maybe we're just too fucking old.
I think so. I think we're just too old.
Maybe my son is hugging his best friend and we just don't know it, and he's sitting on the sofa watching, you know, Lifetime or something. I don't know.
I want to say
acceptable.
I want to say it's bullshit. When I was that age, well, not their exact age, but around that age, I would have killed. I used to have to make up reasons for guys to touch me. I would be like, oh, let's hug random person. I would go, basically, the only reason I would go to church was for the peace be with you, and then I would, like, hug the hot guys. Like, apparently, if I had a time machine, I would go back now and be like, oh my God, every guy is going to just cuddle with me, because that's the thing. It's 2016. I don't know. It's not fair is what I'm saying.
Well, I don't know, but I don't know. Nicole is not my cup of tea. I didn't like her the first time she was on. I thought she was there for a man, which obviously worked out for a year and a half for her. Mm-hmm. I thought it was really odd when Hayden was on, talking about him watching her basically banging another guy on TV.
Oh, yeah.
That to me was like, I need to turn the show off. It's not for me anymore. What the hell's gone wrong with it? I mean, it's just like creepy. I did like Paul's parents. He comes from a really good family. I mean, they've got a beautiful house. He's extremely well educated, and people forget that. You don't just go to the UK and become a barrister's assistant, you know, especially if you're an American. You just don't do that. You have to be at the top of your game. And he's really, really, really smart. And he's playing the dumb, look at me, rock and roll tattoo boy. But I guarantee you his IQ's off the fucking charts.
He's super smart. I loved that scene when they showed his family, and it was like we were rolling up to a Beverly Hills hotel.
I thought we were, like, watching the Kardashians. I'm like, which Kardashian house is this? Is this one of the new ones? I mean, is this Scott Disick's new house? What the fuck? I was like...
Yeah. It was
and
like...
they're all just cool, and they're like... Was his sister on, or was that his best friend's wife?
Oh, that's a good question. Chat room?
I didn't know.
I know it was the best friend. I'm not sure if it was the sister or the wife. I know we saw the mom making out with the pillow. It was the sister, says BB Boston in the chat room.
Okay.
Well...
He's a doctor.
The sister's a doctor?
Mm-hmm. His sister's a doctor.
Wow, he got money.
Yeah, I know.
That explains a lot. That's why he's in the house like peace and love and I can lose and kumbaya and it's all about the experiences in life, says a person with money.
Yeah, kind of like Dr. Will, like, oh, I don't give a fuck. Like, Boogie, I don't give a fuck, you know, because at the end of the day, I've got restaurants to go back to and blah, blah, blah. You know, let's just go in there and have a fun time. And I think Victor, he doesn't have money, but his family is the same type of family as Paul's family. They have that bond.
Probably.
And you saw that in Victor's little thing when he was the very first night that they were leaving.
Yeah.
Like, he's got his grandparents and his aunts and uncles and cousins and nieces, and everyone's living in the one house, it looks like. And, you know, I think they've gone through a lot, and I really like Victor. I think it would be amazing that somebody that's evicted actually wins Big Brother.
I'm telling you, at this moment, Victor is who I want to win.
Well, I think there's also, say Victor took Natalie to the final two.
Right.
None of those guys are going to vote for her because they're going to be so pissed off with her.
Right.
Like, and
It's
I want to
gonna.
talk too badly about Polly, but Polly has, you can't go around saying she's a typical Jersey girl and the entire fucking state sucks. And you just can't say that about your state. They're not throwing you a party, they're throwing eggs and tomatoes at you when you get home. It's not going to be a good experience for them.
Yeah.
Boy, I say boy because I don't think he's ever been told no in his life.
I see a lot of people have been saying that lately to me about Paulie, that they feel like he's someone who hasn't been ever told no in his life.
No, he's just never. I think his family have made up excuses for his behavior since the day he was born.
Like, I know, and I mean, and this is not an excuse. I literally just had the same conversation with Terry actually last night, where where I was saying, I heard him say on the feeds, like, he admitted that he's used to always, like, in other words, he runs his own business, he does his own thing, so he's used to never, ever his whole life having to answer to everyone, and he realizes that that's a flaw, like, in his, character.
Well, I remember when Cody was on, Cody was bragging about his brother because he was like the top sales guy for Indeed. But if you look at his profile, he never worked for Indeed. Or something. I just don't know what the hell's going on with it. And the gym thing, I don't know.
I think he has a gym. I think he for real has a gym.
I don't know.
I don't know if I don't know. I feel
why the
like,
hell can't you go look? You're close.
No, well, Glammy, we do not touch any other windows, or else we get robot voice, shit starts crashing, use the Samsung drive. We are working, Glammy. We are not clicking stuff when we're working. Paulie is not doing the penalty comp.
No, he's not. He's decided he's not doing that. Oh, but wait a minute. Before we do that, there was another returning house guest.
Devon. Sure.
Devon. Loved Devon. She was much better this year. Sorry she went home. Hope she comes back. Isn't she in jury?
She is in jury, so then let's go there. The speculation is
because of freaking Alison Grobner and her mouth.
What do you mean?
She did an article. Did you not read?
Oh, yeah. I read the article.
If the return ticket doesn't get used, cough cough, it's not getting used. Devon might come back. Who knows?
Well, we knew we knew there had to be a jury buyback the second they announced the Friday show. So they announced the Friday show before that article. So I think we all just assumed jury buyback. Now, do you think that this is interesting? And I apologize, I don't know who to give credit to for this on Twitter, but I did retweet the person that said it. Everybody else in the house, so right now, everybody except for Corey and Paulie, and I guess they could probably leave Nicole out of it too, but basically then everyone else in the house is together. Don't you think they should all go get in a room and open their envelopes to see if any of them have the return ticket? Because if they don't, then they know either Corey or Paulie has it, and they could maybe come up with a better game plan of how to handle the rest of this week. I think it's because the ticket's only good this Thursday, and then they're not good anymore. So none of them need their tickets now. The only two people that need the tickets are Paulie and Corey. So I think everybody else in the house should rip open their tickets, see if they have the round trip, and then know, should we...
Well, here's the thing. Polly's apparently is the only one that has the number 10 on it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else has had a number on them. Nobody's had a number. Everybody just remembered what number they picked. They went 1, 2, 3, 4. His says number 10 on it. So that to me would say he has a round ticket.
I mean, look,
I'd pick the one with the numbers on it. All they're blank except for the one with says 10. I'm like, I'll take 10.
I mean, we on yesterday's show, I think you heard, we like had some conspiracy theories that we were throwing out. And like, how would Big Brother manipulate this? If they were going to manipulate it, how would they manipulate it? They do
an outdoor lockdown. They go in, they take everyone's fucking ticket and give the one they want.
Exactly. The tickets are just in their bags. They don't even need to do it as a lockdown. They don't even need to make it obvious. They were playing POV yesterday in the backyard.
Exactly. Just switch. Bait and switch, you know?
Right. I mean,
who cares? But the question about opening the envelopes, I would definitely tell everybody in the house, if I was in there, Polly's not doing the punishment. 2,400 pies are not being made. I hope that's the re-entry game. That would be funny because he would have had a chance to learn how to make a fucking pie. But he's decided he's not making pies. He's refused to put on the apron and he's not wearing the hat. Apparently, he suffers from claustrophobia, so I say lock him in the backyard for the next week. You know, stay out in a dog kennel in the backyard. There you go. Off you go. And you're not allowed to come in and pee. There's a porta, whatever it's called, in the backyard. So stay out there. He's breaking the rules.
Right, I agree.
I'd have them all take off their fucking outfits. I'd have Corey say, "Fuck this, I'm not wearing my outfit," because he's not doing his part. I'd have Nicole rip off her outfit and say, "I'm not doing it." I mean, everyone else is doing it. Victor's now dressed as the secret, not Victor, Paul is the Secret Service guy. Everyone's doing their parts. I'd just be like, fuck it, I'm not wearing it either. And then I would open the envelopes and say, fuck you, you can't stop us. Because now Paulie has set this precedence that house guests don't have to listen to Big Brother.
Well, to be fair, we don't know, and then I'm going to comment on what the chat room is saying. Then we don't know what the repercussion of this is going to be. I think he's going to clearly have to get penalty votes then.
What, 2,400 for the 2,400 pies he didn't make?
Well, he knows he's going home. If you knew you were going home, if you knew without a shadow of a doubt you were going home, would you do your punishment?
Yes, like Brittany did. Kick 2,400 balls? And she knew she was going home.
Yeah.
You do it because you're in there to play the game. Right. You're not playing the game. You're just like, oh, I don't care.
There's so many... Okay, wait, let me say this first. There's so many things I want to discuss about on this topic. I am floored how many people in the chat room are like, lock him in the Paris room. You people
do too. Yes, I do too. I say lock him up.
Oh my God, that's evil.
If you're you know what? Remember years ago they had the cage thing?
Yeah.
Put him in a fucking pressure cooker in the backyard. See how his claustrophobia works out then. There you go.
That's horrible if he really has a problem, though.
But he didn't have a problem until it didn't go his way.
Okay, so that's my next question. Do we all believe that Paulie is really going through this, or do we think that this is a strategy?
He's like Audrey from last year, just wearing better clothing.
But Audrey from last year would imply he really is kind of having a breakdown right now.
No, I don't know. I don't think he's having a breakdown. I think he's having a tantrum. There's a big difference between breakdown and tantrum. I think he keeps saying today, I'm not going to campaign against Corey. He's my guy. But this is what I would do if I were you. And he's making up stories about, I think he told Paul that Natalie promised to vote for him to stay, but he said, oh, no. But apparently it was allegedly Michelle that said that to him. So I'm waiting for him to say to James that Michelle, so he's like telling other people that I've got to vote, you know. So Natalie said she'll vote for me. Michelle says she'll vote for me. I think he's still playing, just really badly.
Lisa MLT in the chat room says he wasn't claustrophobic in the bumper car.
I heard, he was not. He wasn't also scared of the dark much. I heard.
So then,
eating the dark room, not racist term there. Jesus Christ.
So let me ask you this: do you think this is like a Dan's funeral thing? Do you think he is faking these problems and things to come off as real weak right now? Like, do you think on Thursday he's just going to pop up and go, well, I tried, got you all, well, funeral didn't work, and peace out house?
He's reminding me of Jen and Big Brother 8. I'm going to eat what I want, I'm going to take the apple, I'm going to trash, cigarettes, and I'm going to, and actually, Evil Dick told me today that he was the one that tried to stop her from eating the vegetable burgers. She'd already eaten apples, and I was like, I actually forgot that she was like completely blatantly disregarding everything. And she got, what, a penalty No, she got a penalty vote, right?
Yes.
Because she was already nominated.
Right.
If she hadn't been nominated, it would have been an automatic nomination, but because she was, she got a vote. Which didn't matter anyway because she was going home. So they're going to give him a penalty for misbehaving.
Right.
And I don't think he should be allowed to come back.
I don't think
I think he's stuck in jury. That's it. If you're not allowed to be a returning house, you can't come back into the game for the way you behaved. That's the penalty.
No, I agree with that. I completely agree. And I thought you meant come back on another season. I kind of feel like it's that's like unofficially known. Like if you screw over production in your season, I think it's just known you won't ever come back on the show.
But what about the jury buyback thing? I think he should be banned from that. I think that should be a big no-no. That should be his punishment.
I agree. I wasn't even considering that. Yeah, And I mean,
it's the best thing for the show because it shows other like say Big Brother Fall is starting in like what 4-ish weeks, 5 weeks, whatever. You know, October-ish. Those kids that coming on are just gonna be like, well, fuck it. We watch Polly. He can do what he wants. I'll do what I want.
So let me ask you this, and chat room for you too. I will say a lot of people in the chat room are like, oh my God, Eric, he's having a temper tantrum. Are you really buying this? Do you really feel sorry for him? I don't know. I do. I tend to want to believe that this is really how he feels.
Okay, can I just ask you a question?
Yeah.
If he looked like Glenn...
Yeah, I would more so. You know, we've had history with these things. We're not... I'm sensitive to these... Look, I'm not saying he's not... I'm saying it's twofold. I'm saying I believe that it's real. Like, I believe he really feels these things and he believes them. But I also think...
Kind of like Donald Trump?
Sure, like Donald Trump. But then also is using it as strategy.
Kind of like Donald Trump.
Like Donald Trump?
Okay.
Like Donald
That's
Duck?
why I actually called Polly, President Polly, yesterday in my blog, and Corey was his vice president.
By the way, link to Glammy's blog below the show, but tell them where, Glammy, in case they're listening to audio of this. PrincessGlammy.com. Perfect.
And I got hacked and 10 years of shit got stolen and it was disgusting and I've only got 21 posts up on the site because it was irretrievable.
Seems like hacking's going around these days.
Fuckers. I have actually just checked today. Since March, I've had 5,043 malicious attempts at logins into my website. 5,043. I mean, I'm not... Why do you want to attack me? Like, I'm not that good. I'm just...
It's Big Brother world. It's all competition. That's apparently how people get by. Hi.
Oh, but I want to ask a question.
Yeah, go.
How are you going to feel if he's faking all of this and he pops up and says, hey, he just fucking screwed over everybody with mental illnesses, basically, in the entire country. Mocks them.
I won't like that.
No, neither will I, because I've got a lot of family members that have problems.
Right.
And if he's acting this way and he's saying he has phobias and he's having panic... See, that's the thing I don't like. He mentioned he was hyperventilating, talking to Paul. He's going to have to take a moment. I was like, is he really faking a fucking panic attack now?
See, and here's the thing. In that moment, I was watching that scene when he was like, I just got to catch my breath. I did not know that I didn't know any that they were going to tie in this, mental, storyline into it or whatever. Okay.
I'm going to tell you a secret. I know somebody very, very close to, I may be married to them, suffers from panic attacks and has done for 15 years. You don't just go, oh, I'm going to just take a moment to catch my breath. It is, you have to lie down. You have to meditate. You have to catch it. It literally eats you alive. You are medicated. Medication takes at least 20 minutes to kick in. Sometimes you have to take medication in the morning if you are suffering really badly. Polly shows none of these symptoms. You just don't... I'd love a panic attack. Like, I've had panic attacks. I'd love a panic attack that I went, oh, just give me a sec. I need to catch my breath. That's called a burp. You ate too much and you just need to... Just a moment. I'm okay now. That was fucking shit.
I know.
Sorry.
I know. Everybody can be mad at me. I just want to side on the side of... If this is for real, then I do have sympathy for him. But let me ask you this. Let me now turn this around on you. Will you feel any differently if in tonight's episode, which is starting in 30 minutes, we get a diary room of Paulie saying, All right, everyone, here's the deal, America. I know I'm going home. I know I have no chance of winning this game. My last attempt for anything is when I leave this diary room, I am going to go in that house. I'm going to act like I'm having a mental breakdown. I'm going to try and do Dan Funeral 3. So in other words, what if he tells us in a DR tonight that this is all strategy, it's all a plan, and he's doing it for a reason in a DR? Go.
Do I know? Okay, this is what you're going to get in the diary room. Remember Michelle Costa climbing over the chair, let me out, crying, sobbing. You're going to hear, it's not fair. It's not fair. They took my game. It's my game. Why did these people turn? I didn't allow them to do this. What's wrong with these people? It's not fair. It's not fair. Sobbing, crying, wanting his fucking mother.
Well,
I'm sorry. There's no way. He cried hugging Corey and saying, I mean, the fucking tears. I just...
Did you see the butterfly today?
No.
A butterfly flew by him and he started crying. Because he said it was like the spirit of somebody close to him. It's not fun. That's where I say, like, I think he legitimately is having some sort of a breakdown.
Okay, stop. I've been told on Twitter, and I didn't hear it myself, but today he said he is playing the game because he's got a relative dying of cancer and he needs the money to save their lives.
Chat room?
I've been told by, like, at least 5 people today.
So far, one of the people that I would think is that I would go to for information says hasn't heard it. Oh, okay. RJ Mitchell says true. Yeah, okay, true.
Is that, you know his family, you know Derek? Is this a true fact? I mean, you know Cody? Why would you... That's kind of playing somebody else's game from season 8, who claimed an illness for his sick wife. It's like he's playing everybody's little parts.
Yeah, well... I don't know. I mean, has Cody said anything about it?
I don't follow Cody, and I cannot believe that. I don't know what's going on. I hear Cody's making videos slamming the fans. I hear the fans attacking the family. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I do not make any contact with them whatsoever. But,
Okay, wait. Just before it goes too far away. Angel Eyes in the chat room says, it is a fact. His aunt has cancer. Cody did do a you now, I guess, with the aunt as well. So yes, it is true.
God.
The aunt has cancer.
So that part's true. So maybe the mental illness part is true.
I'm saying, as somebody who knows
why the fuck would you put a person that suffers from claustrophobia in a locked house with no way to get out? All the doors are locked. There's no windows. Hello.
Yeah. My gut tells me he is having some sort of a breakdown. Is it as severe? I agree with you. I'm well aware of what a panic attack is. I know it's not just a and it's over thing. So I agree with you. But I also know it's not easy to just fake cry on a dime unless you're really going through those emotions either.
I think he was humiliated. I think he thought he was running the ship. And hey, you know, the pirates came on board and took over and threw him overboard, and he's done.
Okay, hold on again. BB Boston in the chat room is saying he told Corey it's all an act today. Is that true? Did anybody else hear him say that he told Corey it was all an act today?
See, now I just fucking hate him. I'm back to hating him with such passion. I want him ejected from the game now because he's not playing by the fucking rules. And he thinks he's above everybody else, and he can just fuck off. If this is true.
Well, Kathy S. Says yes. Coco Bay says yes.
So now you've got confirmation that he's fucking around with mental illness.
Okay, wait, hold on. Zach, who is one of our live feed updaters, did you hear him say that when you were updating, Zach? Like 100% confirmed you heard Paulie say this is all an act to Corey.
I'm eating Chinese food. I can't fucking take
Oh, God. Why wouldn't anybody have said that to me in the beginning when I was saying how bad I felt for him? He's trying to turn people on each other, says RJ Mitchell.
Do you see what this is? You're
Yeah.
turning me. You got me opening the fucking bottle.
Okay, well, okay, open. All right, yeah. I mean, okay, apparently it's all an act.
Okay, so how do you feel about that now? Knowing that we both have family members with mental illness, and he is mocking people and using mental illness as a way to stay in the game.
Why do you have to put me in this position?
Because it's your show.
Do you want to know how I really feel?
You think it's a great strategy.
It's a game, and they can do whatever they want. And I'm only saying that because I feel like I can't give other people passes for what they... In other words, is this any better or worse than Matt Hoffman saying his wife's leg is falling off? Or who other people...
Didn't Matt confirm in the diary room from like day one, though?
I agree with that. I agree with that. And yeah, I agree with that. I don't agree. This is I didn't agree when Russell like harassed the shit out of Ronnie Talbot. I thought that was really bad. Where Ronnie was upstairs cuddling a picture of his cat. You know, that was just. I mean, bringing somebody to that level was not cool. I feel it's like almost the reverse. He's making people uncomfortable in the house. They're going to want to get rid of him. If I had this person acting this way, I'd be like, you got to go. See, but here's my only thing, though. If this was fake, so now let's go with now it's fake, right?
It's fake.
Why?
No, it's fake.
Okay, so it's fake. So it's fake. Then why not bake your pies? Now you have another... Now, there's no way you're getting the... Like, he only needed 2 votes before. Now he needs 3 votes. Why not at least have your breakdown on the pies? Cry while you're baking pies. Ooh, salty tears, flavor.
Yeah, I'm allergic to apples. I don't like the puff pastry. It's awful. I've cut my fingers. My hands hurt.
Consensus of the chat room is sore loser, sore loser.
That's what I've been saying. He's the biggest baby. I'm sorry. I feel bad for his family watching this because they must be like, they know him not locked in a house playing a game. They don't know what he's saying behind people's backs when he's out with his boys and, you know, insulting the girls from New Jersey and, you know, talking about FTs and all this sort of stuff, which he claims he never made that up. Well, I've heard from everybody he was the one that came up with that.
He was the one who came. He was the one who came up with it.
And he's always like deflecting everything, lying about everything, pointing fingers. It was somebody else's fault. So his mom and dad don't get to see. I don't get to see what my kids are like when they're at the house. You know, I don't know what my husband's saying with the boys about women's asses and shit. I mean, but if you're doing it on TV, like on the TV, it's kind of embarrassing for the family.
Luke's 20 says him not baking the pies should result in the round trip ticket not being opened. Well,
I think it should. That also should happen.
Eric, what would happen? Sandy in the chat room wants to know. What would happen with Jury if he does walk out and
oh god,
refuses
that's another thing. Yeah.
Oh come on, you know exactly what they would do, Glammy.
They'd call Derek and tell him to stay the fuck.
We would get a vote.
We get the vote because that's happened before with Chima. Wasn't it Chima?
Yeah.
Yeah. She was at the jury point. We get to vote. But if he ended up leaving, before he tried to leave, he would call Derek, they'd call Cody, they'd call they'd probably call Obama. They'd call, you know, they'd be like, do you want to be on James Corden's show? Do you want to do carpool karaoke with him? What do you want? You know, the whole thing. What can we give you to stay? Please, please, please stay. I want to go home. They'd be like, leave by the back door then.
I'm kind of depressed knowing it's all fake. I'm kind of...
It's a strategy. I understand that.
But then here's...
But he's not doing it right.
Right, he's not doing it right. So now I want to say, the people that loved when Dan did it, why did you love when Dan did it?
I hated when Dan did it. It was fucking pathetic.
I hated when Dan did it as well. And if anybody tries to come at me and say Dan didn't treat people the way Paulie did, I will say, oh really? Daniel Murphy, who he, like, tortured for fun?
Yeah, he did. I remember he would leave that little, which is the Africa room this year. She would walk out and he'd go like that at the camera.
He would
like
torture her for fun.
He came in the first time as this great Christian boy. He was a really nice guy. Laid there basically on the sofa, read the Bible, and won the fucking game. He came back in and it was like he became Judas almost. Right. You know, remember when Jerry called him Judas? Mm-hmm. It was like that one arrived, but you know, not Austin's Judas, the other one. I mean, it was just like, what the hell? I mean, I didn't like Dan the second time around, and I felt like, I think Dan was actually really insulted that he came in second the second time around. I think he was like, this motherfucker beat me. Are you kidding? How dare you? I've written a book. This little shit's on the show because of me, blah, 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 you know? But no, I'm not a Dan fan. I'm sorry.
I'm not a Dan. I can't stand Dan. No. But he did the punishment. Look, we're all in agreement he did the punishment. So, but now, see, I hate to say this, but then I feel like this goes back to my original point. If his plan is to do this as strategy and pretend like he's having a mental breakdown, then not doing the punishments is defeating the purpose. So maybe he's really having a mental breakdown and he's not processing anything.
Stop trying to justify this. Okay, this is the funny part. I heard in the feeds today, they were all in the kitchen except for him. He was outside, you know, moping around, being, you know, his hot, sexy little self in the backyard. At least he's taken the shirt off that he's worn for 3 days. You know, that part of the depression is over. But everyone was around the table saying, if he gets a penalty vote, for every rule he breaks, he might get 6, so we should all vote for Corey, and he'd still fucking go home. And then he'd be sitting on the couch, and Julie Chen says, you know what? You got 0 votes, but because of your behavior, you got so many penalty votes, you went home? And everybody was laughing, and I was like, this is hilarious. Could you imagine somebody leaving because of bad behavior live on national TV?
Yeah.
For every pie you refuse to bake, you're getting a penalty vote. He's already up to 4. He said today, laughing at the kitchen table, there will be no pies made today. I've decided. I already told him that yesterday as well. I'm like, what do you mean you refused?
I really can't wait for tonight's diary room. We need tonight's diary room.
But tonight's diary room is only going to be the HOH and the nomination. It's not going to show you much. It's the next again one where he's having a meltdown. How are they going to edit the punishments for the veto and that he doesn't do them?
Look, I know this is going to sound horrible. As much as I'm saying, ooh, I feel bad for Paulie, I can't wait to see how they're going to edit this. We've never had this situation happen on Big Brother before, so I can't wait to see how they work this storyline.
Everybody has done their part. Even if they failed the task, they tried to do their best. I mean, Cody, for God's sake, got kicked up the ass, 2,400 times last year. He knew what he was getting into.
Right.
Was there no other sibling left available? And they just said, okay, listen, this guy's a fruitcake, but let's just stick him in there anyway.
Yeah, they have one more sister. Yeah, they have one more sister. I know a lot of people are saying they won't show it tonight. What they are going to show tonight is the initial catalyst to all of this, that apparently Paulie and apparently James
got into it.
But, like, it almost got physical because Paul had to, like, tackle him or something. Or Paul had to, like...
And this was right before the live show. And so remember a couple of years ago, it was like 20 minutes before the live show. Exactly. And it was showing you all the stuff. Yeah. Remember that? And it was like, what the fuck happened? Because we didn't have a clue until the next episode came on. So tonight is going to be the prelude, to the eviction. Then we're going to have the HOH competition. No, we're probably going to get Corey getting his basket. then the HOH competition, then nominations, and then at the very end, Corey crying, not Cody, Polly crying in the dining room. Then next episode is going to be Polly crying everywhere. Then the veto and Polly crying again. And then, and of course, Corey has literally laid in bed or walked around the house with the same Botox look on his face like this. For like, since the day he walked in the fucking house, he's like, oh my god, I don't understand how did I get nominated? What the fuck happened?
Right.
Like, so he's still walking around with that look on his face.
Yeah.
Even with his, I mean, last night I did catch Corey with his patriotic outfit on, picking his nose with the bald eagle. I mean, I'm just like, dude, come on, it's a puppet, but it's the bald eagle. You don't stick it up your nose, you know?
No comment.
But I have one question for you.
Right, go.
How in the fuck did they pick those 4 returning house guests out of all of the people they could have?
Oh, that's easy, because they're not going to use any of the good people until the All-Star season.
But wait a minute, there are other people that are not really that good. Why in the hell pick 2? It was like they called everybody and everyone was busy.
Correct.
I was like, what the
fuck? I guess.
Yeah, well, allegedly.
Allegedly, that's what happened. Yeah.
But I was just, there was no, it wasn't like America's favorites versus almost favorites, or
well, it kind of was.
It was like, ugh. I just didn't understand.
Nicole, James, and Frank were technically all America's favorites. And
Devon out week 2. Somebody going out week 2. Why the fuck didn't they call Jodie, for fuck's sake?
Well, Devon, I heard, was, like Allison, one of Allison's favorites.
Well, Allison Grodner said, once again, she's our favorite in this bloody article. So I was like, what?
Mm-hmm. And so she gives good DR.
She does, and actually, I really kind of liked her this season. And I know they're all getting 25 grand because somebody mentioned it on the feed. Can't remember which returning house guest.
I believe Frank. It is. I believe it's 12 if they make it to jury, and then if they make it to jury, another 8.
Well, I thought Frank told Bridget that it was
maybe
25.
It equals 25, so it's whatever it is. It's like, maybe let's just say half if you make it to jury, right, and the other half, so maybe 12 and 16 or something then. But
it's very strange.
I know it's one, or he said it was one amount, and then you get more if you make it into jury. The people asking me if I'm going live tonight for the show, I am not going live tonight for the show. No, I'm not. I have strep throat and a fever. I'm melting and sweating, and no. Maybe after I will come back on.
There is a show on tonight.
Yes, we only have 10 minutes.
Really okay.
We only have 10 more minutes left to talk on this show, Glammy. Clearly, you're going to have to come on again on a show when we don't have Big Brother starting in a minute.
Maybe in a veto when we've got 5 hours to talk.
Well, I want to say this. What do you think is going to happen on Monday? Because we go live whenever the feeds go down for stuff. So we'll go live when the feeds go down for nominations tomorrow. I mean, the POV ceremony tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Do you think Paulie will leave once he knows all hope is gone? Again, spoiler alert, and I've seen the future, so I've already updated it. Victor HOH, Paulie and Corey are the noms. We know Victor won POV, and he's not using it.
The rainbow flag, Corey. Oh my god.
Right. So I'm
hilarious.
I'm
sorry.
I can see. Oh god, you should have seen this. I mean, I've changed it, but you know. Frank used to have testicles on his beard, and Bridget used to be a Cabbage Patch Kid. You know, you know how we do around here. You know how we do.
I don't know. I think he's going to be in a lot of the. I mean, I think either right before the veto ceremony, he's going to pull an Audrey. He's not going to get out of bed. He's going to refuse. It's going to get delayed for hours and hours and hours.
Right.
Then he's going to shuffle his ass to the DR and lie in the hallway for hours. And they're going to be like, what the fuck are we going to do now? I think he's going to throw a tantrum.
Danielle P. in the chat room is saying Paulie is currently refusing to even go into the DR. Well, he's been called and he refuses to go in.
I heard that too. Right before we came on, there was apparently he tried to get into the diary room and they said they wouldn't let him in. And now he's not going in when they call him. Is one side Polly and one side's Pauline? I mean, is there two people in here going la 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 la?
Yeah, he's pulling a Shima. The Ella O in the chat room has said they've called him 4 times, says that.
And the mother, I'm sorry, can I just say, what a motherfucker. I'm sorry, he needs to go. The security,
but
the
this
Secret
is
Service
the
dude needs to come in and just take him out.
Look,
take him out.
I understand that we had the chat room confirm that he said it, but I feel like I need to go back and watch it for myself, because if that was true, I don't feel like he would be acting like this. Clearly, having a mental disability is you not being in your right mind and operating.
He's having a see, this is the problem. There's a difference between having a temper tantrum and being mentally ill.
I agree.
And they can look very similar. They can look very similar depending on the way the person is. I mean,
what if he throws his mic in? Okay, wait, let me ask you this. Do you think Shima had a temper tantrum or a mental disorder?
She had a temper tantrum.
Okay, I agree with that. Okay.
Completely fucking... Oh, and also Polly today was shouting at the camera, I want my fucking suitcase.
Oh my god.
I want my suitcase so I can triple and quadruple check I've packed everything. Because he wants to pack right now. So I'm like, Polly, just give him a fucking Xanax and some vodka. He'll be fine. Trust me, look at me. And he'll be fine. Everything will be fabulous.
All right, let me ask you this. Now, I'm going to put you on the spot and now nail you down to confirm. This was clearly a horrible idea to start this show right before Big Brother was starting. What does your day, can we call this Glammy Show Part 1 for today?
Yes.
What does your day look like tomorrow? Are you able to come back on tomorrow and we can have all the time in the world we want to talk?
Sure, because I'm a stay-at-home mom to a 16-year-old daughter who goes to school every day and then goes to work. So basically I stay home and do nothing.
Okay, so I hear you are a strong, powerful, stay-at-home woman who maintains a household, which is a job, and is raising a daughter.
Can I just say my husband wants to get a maid because I don't keep the house tidy enough because I'm too
really
busy.
Trying for you here.
Actually, it takes me like 4 hours to cook dinner because I cook everything from scratch. So
you do. Oh my god, you should follow Glammy just for the food pics. Okay, then let me say this. Glammy will come back on tomorrow when the feeds go down for POV ceremony.
Should be about, what, 12 or 1 o'clock?
Our time? I don't know. I'll keep you abreast.
It's normally about 12 or 1 o'clock, and that's if Polly's not having his event.
Right, and we'll stay on, like, even if the feeds come back, we'll stay on until we talk about everything, and you guys can let us know everything that's going on and all of that. So, we're going to call this Glammy Show Part 1. You guys have to tune in again tomorrow, live, for Glammy Show.
But these people have jobs. Don't they have jobs?
Well, now you made them feel bad if they don't.
Well, no, it's okay because, you can minimize the page and your boss will just think you're doing dictation.
Right.
See,
I think it's the summer. We're all off. We're all
Everybody's on vacation.
Everybody's on vacation. And it's just lunchtime. It'll be a lunch break. Or, you know what the best thing about our shows is? You can watch them all back later.
Oh my god, I had a terrible thought. I'm going to have to get out of bed before 1. Oh god.
You don't. If you want to not do it when
the
feeds go down. No. I mean, if you want to say you'd rather do it at 7 p.m., we'll do the show at 7 p.m.
What is tomorrow? Monday?
Monday. Real Housewives of Orange County. Okay, yeah, that's a great point. Chat room, and hurry up because you guys only have 3 minutes. Chat room, what do you guys want? Do you want the show when the feeds are down for noms with Glammy, or do you want Glammy on tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern instead? Okay, we got, okay, looks like everybody is saying 7.
Okay, 7 o'clock then. That means I can stay in and...
Okay.
And hey, we can DVR Orange County.
Okay, so then let me say this. I'm going to let you tell everybody all your stuff. I'm only going to say one thing right now, everyone. Since I'm going to have to do 2 shows now tomorrow, yourrealityrecaps.com/Amazon Video. Go do some. Now I'm doing 2 shows tomorrow. Okay, go do some. Your reality recap.
Don't feel stupid. He's still trying to explain it to me. I don't get it either.
Well, if only there was literally a place that I made a 2-minute video with visual walkthrough to explain it to you. Oh, wait, there is. YourRealityRecaps.com/Amazon Video. It'll take you guys 2 minutes to watch the video and another minute to do it, and it will let us keep bringing you shows like this one with Glammy. Now, Glammy, and on tomorrow's show, I'll remember to have an overlay with our Twitters on it. Where can people find you on Twitter, Glammy?
PrincessGlammy.
At PrincessGlammy, and your website is?
PrincessGlammy.com.
Are you on Snapchat?
I am. I don't know. I think I'm the Glams, actually. I think I set up an account. I'm the Glams, I think.
Okay, what about Instagram?
Princess_Glammy.
Okay, clearly I'm going to have to link to this on the website.
There's a theme going on here. Do you understand the theme? It's Princess Glammy or whatever.
Yeah, so everyone, just go check all the variations that you could enter in Princess Glammy on your favorite social media network, and maybe you'll find her. I'll put the links below this show. Chat room, we love you guys. I only have 4 minutes to get ready for Big Brother. We all do. So, I will see you guys over on Twitter for the show. Glammy, are you watching live too and going to be on Twitter? Right now, Big Brother, in 4 minutes, are you going to be live on Twitter for it too?
Yes.
Okay, follow us both on Twitter, and maybe we will see you guys later tonight. Thanks so much for enjoying the show, everybody. Glammy, say bye to your friends.
Bye, guys. See you soon. Tomorrow.